of one to soil my trousers violently, how concerned should I be about this whole rift?
Let us make...
A short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly. Zeb left out the mission parameters, probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the Protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go, if there's time. Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous at the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now.
Why would the Supreme Arbiter have met with the Consul? observe that formidable structure in the distance. I hope the device we are after remains within.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
Troublemaker approaching.
I shall not stay your execution. I would need a target for that.
Need to worry about. We're here. We hold him the head.
that was doesn't sound like anything I'd like to meet up close.
As I told you before, we need to wait for Niles.
Your arrival could not be more timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more suited to conduct a surgical strike of this nature. I'm, glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret. For any subject, visiting the matriarch and First Sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. But the tomb's corpses are its least important feature. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level containing the matriarch's body of work, hidden from the public. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the entirety of her inventions. I hope you're able to maintain that level of enthusiasm after being shot at a few times. Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, the goal is almost certainly to keep the populace of Arcadia subservient to the pernicious whims of its governing body. But not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the Matriarch's research, whatever it may be, and distribute it to the people. Reaching the vault will be no simple task. There are likely to be unforeseen security measures to contend with, though hopefully nothing too obstructive. We must first gain entry to the security room, however. Once there, I should be able to access more information about the lower level's layout and potential hazards. Slim chance of that. I'll not assign a task to others that I'm unwilling to undertake myself.
Color me surprised. I can see a half-dozen points of failure, but bad odds ain't ever stopped us before.
Glad we're operating under the same understanding. We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Which also means, once inside, we cannot leave until it's done. They'll be taking up strategic positions to guard the entrance and watching for any stray Protectorate patrols. We'll move more swiftly in fewer numbers. After you. Stay close and keep silent. The less attention we draw, the better. By the matriarch, there weren't supposed to be visitors today. That set and splinters in our plan if they're not dealt with.
You hang back here. The commander and I'll take care of this.
For my next gift, I bestow upon you the pinnacle of automechanical design, far superior to all automechanicals that came before. The time once spent in numbing manual labor may now be spent in harmonious community with your neighbor, and in humble service to the Protectorate. May art and science flourish in these many hours, which I have returned to you.
Warning, power at 13%. Power cell has been partially depleted due to inaction.
Let this accord between the Protectorate and the Order of the Ascendant mark the moment of Arcadia's true birth.
Beloved Matriarch, you are nearer to perfection as anyone living could ever achieve. It will be the honor of the Order to serve as the Protectorate's scientific helpmeets.
All that I do for my subjects and their descendants. Gloria Arcadia!
Gloria Arcadia!
I now present to you my new invention, the Skip Drive. A revolutionary technology that will allow humanity to sojourn to the stars.
Only a singular mind could have conceived of such advanced technology.
It is my deepest wish to entrust the Skip Drive to those brave visionaries willing to follow me into a most prosperous future.
Yes, so wise Matriarch, lead us into this future you have envisioned.
Set course for Arcadia. In my new colony, we will abandon the illness of corporatism. None will suffer for the pleasure of unseen overlords. And all will thrive. Everything in accordance with the grand paradigm.
Commander. Oh, I see. You must have noticed a spot of dust on that artifact and taken it for cleaning. Good initiative.
Questions are an addiction.
System's been activated. Run!
Do not rush me. Wait, what is that buzzing noise?
No! No!
Well done springing the jaws of that trap on the Sentinel. Now to give that docent similar treatment.
Matriarch, preserve me.
Got troublemakers.
That's been taken care of. We can continue. Wait there. I'll come to you.
All handled. My turn. There should be a There. We can access the lower level now.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Combat! Hey! Got a distraction for you!
Safeguarding the Matriarch's remains of the console, are we? This is rather unusual, but it is the only sane explanation for what you currently do.
The security room that we need to reach is nearby. Should be able to disable that energy barrier from there.
Who goes? No one is allowed in here without the proper authorization. Ah, I see you have come armed. Intruders, then. I suppose you intend to extract my surrender through means most lurid and foul.
Damn, the head curator. I had hoped to slip in before his shift, but no matter. We cannot allow him to leave and raise the alarm. He must be dispatched, quickly.
How's that now?
Now hold on. I know we had to kill that fella with the Sentinel, but this man's unarmed. He's already surrendered.
I rather think that line has some blurry distinction.
How much of a fuss could this one fella cause, really? Come on, Zeb. No need to cut any bellies over maybes and ifs.
Please, if secrecy's your concern, you may rely upon me to be the utmost spirit of discretion. I have never betrayed a confidence in my life.
Allowing him to leave would be a grave error of mercy, one we can ill afford in this place.
If we start gunning down civilians, where does it end, Zeb? Ain't Arcadia covered in enough blood?
You need me to clear that moral obstruction for you? Fine. This man is an instrument of empire, perpetuating the tyrant's lies. And were our positions reversed, he would not hesitate to execute us, or worse, send us to mental refreshment.
I'm kin to the risks, Zeb.
Are you? Can you even fathom the indignity of having your every thought scrutinized and scored and made perfect? My sister was made into a shadow. I endured daily sessions with the lathe of particularity and still find myself policing my own mind for untoward proclivities and inclinations.
Sorry, Zeb. I'm with the commander on this one.
You are merciful and wise. I will depart at once.
Let's hope the consequences of this decision do not assert themselves while we're still here. You and Niall should turn off the power to the security barrier and make your way to the vault. I'll remain here and guide you as best I can through the labyrinth. No turning back now.
No going back from here. Not until we've done what we came here to.
Hold! Don't set foot in that room. The schematics on this console indicate this place is defended by all manner of traps. One moment. Yes. It appears there are N-ray tripwires, invisible to the naked eye, that will electrify the floors if crossed. Move cautiously, and if you have any gadgets that might help, I suggest using them.
Over here, Commander. Reckon I found something that might be useful later. Have a look, Commander. With a little elbow grease and some inadvisable engineering, reckon I can finagle these components into a fine explosive gel. Who knows? Could come in handy. Just doing my part. But thanks for the vote of confidence, Commander. Let's keep on. I'll continue tinkering on this in the meantime, see what I can come up with.
You've made it through. Good. Now there should be 3 switches in this room. When pulled in the correct order, the doors should open. If I'm reading this right, the order is 1, 3, 2. But which switch corresponds to which number? Ah, damn it! Why must the Protectorate abstract everything?
There must be a way to suss out which switch is which. Maybe if we could peep the wiring.
That on the first try. Well, I'll not lament a stroke of good fortune.
Does Zeb seem a little off to you, Commander? I think he's starting to worry me. That business with the curator. I'm glad Zeb stood down, but it was close. Never seen him so eager for bloodletting before. He's changed. Ain't sure for the better. Losing Audra couldn't have helped neither. Still wish we could have done more there. Well, no use stewing. We've still got a vault to break into and tyrannical government to topple.
By my grandmother, I cannot abide the time this research into the rifts is taking. It has been years, and yet I am still absent my wife and daughter. I am still half whole.
That vault door is quite the obstruction. Fortunately, there should be a
Pretty lies intended to pacify.
code.
But I trust Dr. Hurley to tell me the truth. I know that
Fuck!
wishes me to give up.
I changed it recently.
Focus on the war effort.
That shouldn't have happened until next week.
I'm not sovereign of Arcadia.
I'm certain I can diagnose the issue.
Not take
Now that you've cleared the way, I'll come down and join you.
I might have something else that can get you into that vault, Commander. Remember those components I found? I was able to turn them into something halfway useful after all. This gel should get us through that vault door. Turns out you were right about trusting my instincts. Humble too. You take the honors, Commander. I'll be right behind you.
I was hoping for a more subtle incursion, but no matter.
Am I running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
Alas, I neglected to pack a thermometer. This terminal should allow me to retrieve all the information stored here. This cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the Matriarch invented nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
Continues. The further we stray from every step we take must honor the Matriarch. I tell Henry this, but he is set in his ways. His notions regarding these rifts are sorely misguided. Why close them when we can use them to Arcadia's benefit? It matters not what the Order thinks, what the Doubters say. The Architect bestowed us with the power of skip drives so that we may secure a perfect future. We must act with haste. I only ever wished for Henry to embrace his role as the caretaker of Arcadia, the savior of us all. But if he has chosen a different path, I will do as I must. And I must not fail.
I knew the Protectorate festered with lies, but I had no idea the Earth Directorate was complicit. Niles, did you know?
Slow up, Zeb. What are you talking about?
It says your agency struck an agreement with the Matriarch over a century ago. In exchange for skip drives, Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference, including from the Earth Directorate.
Must be why the Chief said we'd be on our own if we were caught. We were breaking the terms of this agreement. Unbelievable.
If this information is true, then the Earth Directorate permitted the Matriarch to create a colony filled with her vassals, enslaved to her will. Everything Arcadia is, all of the suffering that's taken place here, it all could have been avoided. Things could have been different. There's more. The skip drive schematics are here. How the explosive safeguards against tampering work, its evolution over time. But no original concepts, no sketches. Nothing. Our dear Matriarch is a fraud, a cheat. She did not invent the skip drive. There are messages here between her and the First Sovereign that all but confirm it.
Rather a convenient revelation for an enemy of all the Protectorate stands for. Pardon me if I choose to remove myself from this mad conversation.
I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. But this is almost better. Precisely. By releasing this information, we can thoroughly crush the image the Protectorate has been built upon. The Sovereign will be revealed as the unclothed Emperor he is, and demolish Arcadia's myth of superiority. If we administer truth to the people, their strength will return. Erstwhile, giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. Their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely destroy the Earth Directorate's reputation.
I was not aware of such a connection between rifts and the skip drives. But I have confidence the Order will figure out a solution. Science is their theater, after all. As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees them from any obligation to the Protectorate. They'll be able to manufacture skip drives themselves. The deal will be voided.
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but I don't think the entire organization should be judged by its worst decision. It's done a lot of good, too. Plus, making the skip drive tech available, that's like throwing a lit match into a fuel converter. Can't think of a worse idea right now.
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences. And should I refuse to leave empty-handed? What then?
Whoa. Put the brakes on, Commander. I'm sure Zeb can be reasoned with. I know you're aiming to do the most good for the most amount of people, Zeb, but sowing chaos ain't the way.
Do you know how many of my friends died so we could reach this point? Audra sacrificed herself. And you would have me what? Give up now on the cusp of victory? Lay bare my throat for the Protectorate machine to cut?
You remember what we argued about? The day before I left?
I've replayed it in my mind many times.
A lot's changed. But that hasn't. Life in Arcadia could be just like we dreamed it. But there's no future if you go through with this. Not for anyone.
Out of respect for my friend, I will forestall the release of this information and seek another avenue to help liberate the people of Arcadia. I'll remain here for a while longer to cover our tracks. The Protectorate will discover the break-in, but hopefully never learn more specifics of what we did and found.
Guess this is goodbye.
Only for now. If we both come out of this war intact, I'll find you. If you wish to be found, of course.
I want to talk it over with the commander, but... yeah, maybe we can work something out.
There they are! These are the ruffians who threatened me.
Invasive
See that they join their
At the ready, Commander.
Get to work and I'll take care of it.
Damn it. Zeb was right. We never should have let that curator go. We could have prevented this.
Don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. At least we were able to talk Zeb out of his plan to release everything we uncovered. I'm all for sowing chaos in the Protectorate, but that kind of information is liable to do more harm than good in the wrong hands. I expect backroom dealing from unregulated corporations, not from the only agency keeping them in check. The Earth Directorate should be better than that. Permission to speak candid, Commander. Strange as it sounds, this whole experience with Zeb has helped me finally understand the position Augustine was in. Back at Horizon Point, ain't easy having to decide between your allies and protecting untold innocence. I'm not saying what she did was forgivable, but I find myself wondering what would have happened if she'd lived. Isn't that the damnedest thing? Same could be said for Zeb. Law, even for us. And intentions do matter. If I accidentally trip you, that's a lot different than aiming my foot at your shins, ain't it? Reckon time will decide the heroes from villains in this tale, but it's gonna be hard to forgive the Earth Directorate for arranging the stage like this in the first place. Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it, flawed as it is. But what happened with Arcadia can never be allowed to happen again. Something has to change within the Directorate. And I think we're best positioned to see that reformation through. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Sort of feels like the future's opening back up after a long time closed. Likewise, Commander.
This is quite an impressive blockade, befitting the Protectorate, though its stymieing our advances, less ideal.
Artillery incoming! Get down!
Electrical dampeners failing.
Restore my life or avenge my death! I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby. Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Carefully reloading.
They covet our due bounty. Somewhere I recommencing hostility. Can't be too far, I bet. Through his beneficent guidance,
Death to the complicit! I'd surmise that container harbors our mechanical allies' upgrade module.
by Hammerhead.
You can't fight contentment!
Recharge the mayhem!
Central Control is open to no visitors. Turn around.
Central Control! Battle stations!
The sovereign provides, the system abides. Seeking cover.
Enemy spotted.
Our beneficent leader.
Unleash my might upon them.
There you are. Back in my sight. Recommencing hostilities.
I repudiate all Babbage commercialists.
Against us.
Disruptive influences.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
Replenishing
I've up.
That's some but disturbance.
Like paint and agitated dust. Renovations, I surmise.
And a Donnybrook and Doom. System endure. Changing magazines efficiently and
orbiter.
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
That elevator over there goes to the Supreme Arbiter's old office. I hope the technicians have kept it in working order. The old quarters are... they have all been removed. I hardly recognize this place.
Something's happening to Tristan. He's acting like a human being.
I'm fine. Some errant dust nearly found its way into my eye.
I sense scum. And close.
System.
The terminal's locked, which is no surprise. See if you can find some method to bypass its passcode. Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked. I think this may unlock the terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine.
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold... What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot. Yes, I'm fine, because I think I understand what was actually happening. My mentor hated the Consul and was deeply devoted to the Sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the Consul into a trap.
That seems like a lot of work to go through just to flatten someone's head with one of those giant hammers.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense. It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that?
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless, and accosting a higher-ranked Arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort. There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken. Good. Let's bring an end to this. Junior Arbiter Mayhall, I accuse you of slandering a senior arbiter and threatening violence against his person. I find you guilty on all counts. Prepare for absolution.
What? You went through the trouble to stay my hand, yet you still seek to judge me? Then you shall meet my judgment after all.
Disruptive influences!
suppose that's that. Shame about Mayhall. But she shouldn't have tried to bring her judgment to bear against me. There was no choice.
You need to learn to take pride in your work, Tristan. There's no shame in doing what needs to be done.
Your thoughts have been noted. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired. Agreed. I'm not sure of his whereabouts since last we encountered him. I'll send him a message. With luck, we'll hear from him before long. Than the gun. position!
Looks like a Dawn camp is up ahead. We should be able to find one of our devices there. Finally! Maybe now I can get to the truth of this kill order nonsense. I just need to check our comms device for a coded message from my old acquaintance, Severin. I knew it! He wants to help me find out who's behind this. I sent a reply telling him to meet me at a place that should be safe. It's on Cloister.
Introducing Auntie's new line of special for the discerning consumer.
I can't recall seeing any of these protectorate types ever run a scam on each other.
Weird, ain't it? People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am wrong.
These incessant jingles over the loudspeakers. Do they ever cease?
Nope. Probably everything agree with you. I haven't already.
Commander, I have news. I finally heard back from Virgil. His message was suitably vague. I suspect he fears the Consul's eyes scanning his message, but I believe it to refer to the Arbiter training facility located on Paradise Island. Bringing our findings to Virgil will hopefully allow us to deduce something from all that we found. I only hope it dispels some of the muddiness we've encountered so far. Further complications would be most disagreeable.